Alright everybody, how y'all doing and welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming with you with 4 great build lists for newcomers that wants to build them a gaming PC, simple, focus on 1080p, or home office users who sitting at home doing their thing, don't want to be around people because we got another COVID-19 wave out as well as monkeypox. So I got 2 basic home systems and 2 gaming systems at 1080p. Now, I'm not going to bore you here. To all the newcomers, if you like what you see, just go ahead on and purchase the parts. I'll be having a PC part picker list in the description below, so you can go ahead and click on them, as well as system performance, so you can go ahead and watch content creators who benchmark these parts here on a high-end level. Then they're constantly using these set of parts here on the daily basic level in 2022. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. The first build is on the Intel Core i7 4770S, 4 cores, 8 threads. Great home office system. You can do a lot with a basic home office system as well. You can game on this as well too. So let's get into it. The CPU is the Intel Core i7 4770S, 4 cores, 8 threads at 3.1 gigahertz base, coming in at $44.99. Now you can go ahead and get this set off eBay. I'll be putting that link in the description below. Now in the PC part picker list, you'll be seeing it coming off Amazon. Do not order it from Amazon. The price is almost like $2.99 for this CPU, and on eBay you can get it at $44.99. The CPU cooler is the Xiaomi CNPS 8X Optima. I did a video on this. I love the CPU cooler by Xiaomi. It's a great CPU cooler, and it's coming in at $24.99. The motherboard is the MSI H81M-E33 LGA 1150. You can get this motherboard from AliExpress. It's coming in at $43.19. The memory is the Team Group 16GB dual kit, 2 8GB DDR3 1600 MHz at CL11, coming in at you at $37.99. The storage is the silicone powered A55 256GB SSD, coming in at you at $19.98. The GPU is your basic APU. You'll be using the HD 4600 iGPU, which you have to pay nothing because this is a GPU is built right into the Intel Core i7 4770S for basic use. Got no issues with it, got no problems with it, and you can go ahead and use it just to go ahead and do your everyday basic needs. The case is the Xiaomi T7. Great case. I'm using it. Coming in at $49.99. You can go ahead onto XiaomiUSA.com and you can purchase this case at $49.99. If you get it elsewhere, you'll be paying a little more, and I don't want y'all paying no more than you have to. The power supply is a Thermaltake Smart Series 430 watt 80 plus white, coming in at $29.99. The case fans are the Piva C120mm 5-pack blue case fans, coming in at $27.95. The keyboard is the Microsoft Desktop 850 wireless standard keyboard combo. With this combo, you get the optical mouse with it as well. This keyboard is coming at you at $20.99. The whole price total of this build here is $300.06. You cannot go wrong with this for $300. It's a great price for a home basic office set. And if you want to switch it to a gaming set, all I have to do is just add you the a nice designated GPU that can go ahead and give you your best games at 1080p. Now, I'm not talking about high-end games that requires more from the GPU and CPU. I'm just talking about your best games that you love to play day in, day out. Now, moving right along to the second basic build is the AMD A10 5800K 4 cores 4 thread home office build. Now keep in mind, I did game off this here A10 5800K. Just like I said, I'm a basic builder and I'm a basic gamer, and this APU did its job for me at its best. Now, the thermal design wattage power is 100 thermal design power. and wattage is 100 watts off the CPU, and it does what it do. Now, it's a basic build, so you will be using the APU, the HD 7600 for the onboard graphics. You cannot go wrong with it. The CPU is the A10 5800K, 4 cores, 4 threads at $12.88. You can get this from AliExpress. CPU cooler is the Xiaomi CP-NS 8X Optima, coming in at $12.99. The motherboard is the ASUS A68HM Plus. You get this from AliExpress, coming in at $56.13. The memory is the Team Group Elite 16GB, 2 8GB sticks at DDR3, 1600 MHz, non-ECC at CL11 for $37.99. The storage is the Team Group 512GB SSD at $35.99. The case is the Fantex Eclipse P308 Mesh. Great case, great airflow. You cannot go wrong with this here. This case is coming in at $69.99. The power supply is the EVGA W3 450 watt 80 plus white certified, coming in at $29.99. The case fan is the uphill T7 SYC 7 120mm. It's a 3-pack, coming in at $27.99. The price of this build is $366.46. Another great basic home office build. Now, I did game off of it. I will be putting the PC Power Picker list in there, and you can go ahead and purchase this set for yourself. Now, keep in mind, you gotta go ahead and purchase the APU as well as the motherboard from AliExpress. If you don't mind the wait, then that's great. Now, moving right along to the gaming rigs. Now, keep in mind, all gaming rigs are at 1080p. That's what I focus on. That's what a lot of people in 2022 are playing on. Some of them had increased up to the 1440p monitor, which means more high-end gear, more money for the build. But here, I'm keeping it at a basic level. Budget builders who wants to play their 1080p games at their best. Alrighty, moving right on to the Intel Core i7 9700 1080p gaming build. Now, keep in mind, if you do purchase this set, you will have to buy the Intel G4900 just to go ahead and get a post using the APU on that. Just so you can go ahead and update your BIOS to handle the i7 9700. If you buy this here and you don't update your BIOS, you're not going to get a post. So please make sure you have the G4900 in your shopping cart, so you can go ahead and use that to update the BIOS. Once you update your BIOS, you swap out the CPU, put the i7 9700 in, and you're all set, ready to go. So keep in mind, G4900 to update your BIOS and get a post. So you go ahead and go through the update process of updating your BIOS. The CPU for this 1080p gaming build is the Intel Core i7 9700. Get it from eBay.com. This here CPU is coming at $180. The CPU cooler is the Cooler Master Liquid ML240, coming at you at $89.99. The motherboard is the ASRock Z390 Pro 4 ATX LGA 1151 motherboard. Get it from AliExpress, coming in at you at $76 flat. The memory is a Team Group T-Force Vulcan 16GB, 2 8GB at CL18, coming in at you at $79.98. Now, I'm sorry I didn't put the megahertz speed, but once you go ahead and click on the PC Power Picker list, it is in the PC Power Picker list. I think this is coming at 32 megahertz of speed. If not, it's possibly 36 megahertz. It's one of those two speeds. You get good speeds, good performance. You cannot go wrong with it. The storage is the Team Group MP33 1TB NVMe, coming in at $69.98. The GPU is the MSI GeForce GTX 1660 Super 6GB Ventus XSOC, coming in at $262.95. The case is the Fractal Design Focus G ATX Mid Tower case. This case is coming in at $69.98. The power supply is the EVGA BQ 600 watts 80 plus bronze at $44.99. The case fan is the Arctic P8 5-pack black. Now keep in mind, I am using all black fan. This is going to be a Dark Vader build. There will be no RGB on the inside of it. I know the Cooler Master Liquid Cooler comes with RGB, but I'll be pulling those fans off, and I'll be putting the Arctic P8 5 in the case, and you cannot go wrong with it. Now the Fractal Design case holds a total of 5 fans, 2 up front, 2 up top, but your radiator go up top with the 2 P8 fans, as well as 1 in the back. The case fans is coming at you at $28.99. The whole total of this here build list here is $902.86. Last but not least is the Ryzen 7 3800X 8-core 16 thread, as well as the i7 9700 8-core 16 threads. Both powerhouse, good for streaming. You cannot go wrong with it. CPU is the AMD Ryzen 7 3800X 8-core 16 threads, coming in at $287.99. The CPU cooler is the ID Cooling SE224 XT, coming in at $19.98. I'm gonna excuse that, viewers. I made a mistake. It's the ID Cooling SE214 XT. The thermal design power of that there is the 180 watt thermal design power on the 214, as well as the 224. The 224 is a little more expensive. The 224 XT is $29.98. The SE214 XT is $19.98. So the $19.98 one is the 214 XT. Sorry about that, viewers. I will have the PC Part Picker list in the description below. You can click on it and you can purchase it. The motherboard is the ASRock A520M Pro 4, coming in at $74.99. The memory is the Team Group Vulcan 16GB at 8 GB. It's a dual kit, DDR4, 3600 MHz speed, CL18 at $51.91. The storage is the Samsung 970 Evo 500GB NVMe. Now I know some of y'all don't play y'all games, so I focus on the 500 for time being. For the ones who just play like maybe no more than 4 to 5 games, then this here 500GB is good for you at $49.99. If you want a terabyte or more, then you'd be spending 100 and something. Or you can just switch out, get your nice good 1 terabyte. If the 500GB is not good enough for you, you can get your 1 terabyte from any manufacturer at a nice budget price. The GPU is the eVega GeForce 1660 Super SE Ultra 6GB at $256.95. The case is your do-it-yourself DIY PC IDX6 ATX case, coming in at $59.94. The power supply is a Thermaltake Smart BX1 80 plus bronze at $39.99. The case frames are the uphill T7 SYC7 120mm RGB 6-pack case frames, coming in at $43.99. Last but not least is the keyboard. It's the keyboard combo by Red Dragon S113 RGB wired gaming keyboard combo at $34.99. The whole total of this gaming build is $920.80. And you cannot go wrong with that. Now, on a good perspective, you could go ahead on and build these systems for yourself for home office or for gaming use. Now, I will be putting the system performance in the description below, as well as the specs of the below in the description, as well as the PC part picker list. So if you want to purchase them and you want to buy them, then you go ahead and purchase them for your needs. Build your system. If you're a home office where you're doing a lot of stuff at home now because of the viruses that's still coming up, we got the monkeypox on us. We got the new COVID-19 virus out. I don't know when it's going to be into this hill. A lot of people went back working at home now. So if you need you a nice good home office build or a nice good gaming build, it can go either or. You just got to go ahead and find the functionality into what you want these systems to do for your needs. I want to thank y'all for watching. All the information will be in the description below. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.